Good morning, everyone. I'm a little bit early on here just because I wanted to get some things set up, and I have been busy searching for things to do. Oh, there's where the other ones are. I couldn't figure out what I did with those. But I had put them down underneath something with a little bit of weight to help them stick together, and I forgot they were there. So we have more than 8. I thought I had done more than 8. So 10, 12. I've done 14 that I've got ready to go. Don't know if we'll do all 14 in this live. And right now I'm just sort of getting things ready while waiting for people to come into the stream because I set it for noon. And I had to go heat my tea up again because it went cold on me. I have a bad habit of that. So I've got my glue stick ready, and I've got my Happy Mail bits and pieces here that I have been keeping in this container. And I've got Angela's Happy Mail beside me here, and more of leftovers from Emily's. I grabbed a couple of packages of stamps. I'm probably going to have to go through all this again. So I'm just going to sit and wait for people to come in. Like I said, I'm early. I'm a big $1.25 purchase at the Dollarama the other day. I stopped in and I knew I had a couple bucks left in the bank, and I thought, I'm gonna stop and see and look. They had the big tomboli. These are the ones that we used to always try to get when we were kids. And we used to call them tombolis. Don't know. And then it's got regular marbles and medium. A couple of this one's quite pretty. It looks already like it's painted. So I'll show you those when someone starts coming in. I have to get my glue. Whoops. There we go. Look at that. You're going to undo for me today. Perfect. That's what I want. Now I've got paints and lace and pictures and all that stuff beside me. So pardon me for the sniffling today. I've had a sneezing attack this morning that is even blowing my nose doesn't help get rid of it. So I just don't know what to do about it. But I got for the whole month of April, I'm like in a doctor's office once or twice a week next week. And then I go to hi Holly. And then I go to arbitration for my car accident finally. It's only been 3 years. So I'm just sitting here waiting, Holly. Well, a few people. I came in a little bit early just to set my screen properly. I may need to just tip it just to back a bit. I'm just not wanting to go off my my screen, and I usually work in this kind of an area. So I thought I would give Artis Trading Cards a try today. And I was just having a look at all my marbles that I got the other day. Great big tomboli and the smaller tomboli. And then medium-sized one. This one looks like it's already been, I gotta practice with this thing. Looks like it's already been painted. and then these, and then a few of the smaller ones with the different colors in them and stuff. And so I can do. Oh, I'm sorry, Holly. My name is Lynn. Hi, Dirty Dog Dears. How you doing? So I can do some more marble painting, which is great for people who do not have a jelly plate, but they still want to. I should have kept the papers over here to show you. This is one of the envelopes I did, and I did it fairly light because that's how I wanted this one. So I got this envelope. It's ready to go. It's being sent out next week. Whoop. Don't lose the tag for the person it's going to. So anyway, my name is Lynn, and I'm in Victoria, BC. It's nice and sunny out here today. It's a little bit windy, but it's supposed to get up to 16, which is better than it's been recently. And it's more the right temperature for this time of month in Victoria, because you know these minus below conditions we've been having, they're not normal for here. So they had a lot of people not going anywhere. I mean, I lived in Iceland for a couple of years, so snow doesn't bother me, but the car I have is not really conducive to driving in the snow. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, the doctor's appointments are necessary because of the car accident. I had a garbage truck rear end me 3 years ago. So they're doing their final checks on everything. I went to my cardiologist yesterday, and now he's setting me up with a whole bunch more tests, which I'm not thrilled about, but I need to go through them. Yeah, I lived in Iceland for a couple of years. I loved it. It was beautiful there, much like Victoria, actually, except for the 6 months of daylight and 6 months of dark. Like that's nothing like here. But it's an island surrounded by ocean, just like I am here on Vancouver Island. Very much the same. Mind you, they did get snow, whereas we very rarely do. This is Nico taking a sneak across the table here. He usually just ends up over on the laptop, but today it's new stuff on the table, and he's having a sniff about to see what's going on here. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I traveled a lot when I lived in Iceland. I moved to Winnipeg when my twin sons were babies. They weren't even a year old yet, and less than a year after I moved to Winnipeg, I went to Iceland. Met somebody in Winnipeg, and when he finished university, I came home, visited my family for a couple of weeks, and then off to Iceland I went. It shocked the hell out of all of them. But when you have as many brothers as I do that don't let you live your own life, you just got to get away from them for a while. Because one of them, when I moved to Winnipeg, one of them followed me to Winnipeg, and I was like, God damn. The point was to get rid of you guys, not to have you follow me. So from Winnipeg, I went to Iceland, and nobody followed me there, so that was kind of nice. And then, living in Iceland, I traveled all over Europe from there, and went to Paris and Venice and different parts of Italy. I went to Yugoslavia, which I'd never go back there again. They held my passport. They finally let me off the ship that we were on, and all the other passengers were already off. But they held my passport because I was the only Canadian on board. So they had to do a worldwide search to make sure my passport wasn't stolen. And then when it was time to reboard the ship, everybody reboarded the ship, and we were held up for an hour because of my passport. And you know what it's like to have a whole bunch of Italians and Icelanders staring at you because it's your passport that's holding up the ship, and they all want to get back to Italy. And I'm like, oh my God. I got so drunk on the way home. I'm telling you, I was like 24 at the time, I guess. And I really got drunk on the way back. I was so upset. It's like, and when they came back, they had stamped it that I could stay in the country for 6 months. And I said, 6 months? I don't want to be here another 6 seconds. Let's get the hell out of here. And yeah, I wouldn't go back there again if my life depended on me. They have like, in Yugoslavia, there's like, you get off the ship and there's like, you walk up this little walkway, and then there's this one main street that is like tourist avenue kind of thing, and everything's all fancy and clean, and you know, nice little stores and all that kind of stuff. You go 1 block behind it, and it's just utter devastation. Children, you know, that are dirty and, you know, not getting enough food and things like that. It's awful. You know, because we did go back behind that one street. We wanted to walk around and see what was there. Oh, I can see you. Hello. You think you're incognito, do you? So let's see, we got 1 minute to go. So I'll wait another minute, have a sip of my tea now that I heated it up, because it will go cold again. So anyway, what we're going to do is Artis Trading Coins. For those that might not know what they are a 2.5 inch. My cat's in my way. So they're a 2.5 inch circle. And I have the 2.5 inch circle punch. I've had it for years. So I sat here last night watching other crafters and whatnot, which I do quite frequently. I'll put somebody on and watch them. And I always do them the courtesy of watching their videos all the way through, whether it's something I enjoy or don't, unless something comes up. But I always try to watch a video all the way through, because the one thing I've found out is that watch time is what counts with YouTube. And where are you now, Holly? Are you in the US? Ah, okay. So Canada's as far as you've been. I've been down to the States a couple of times, especially when I was going to Iceland. I had to fly into New York with 2 little boys that were identical, and it was at the time that children were disappearing from the airport, being taken right from their parents because they weren't holding hands or anything. And my guys were so little when I went, but myself, my parents, their uncles, everybody is like, when you get off that plane in New York, you don't let go of mommy's hand for anything, because there's people down there that will steal you and you'll never see your mommy again. My kids were so scared, and I'm like, you don't need to scare them that bad. But I'm telling you, those 2 kids clung on to me like you would not believe. There was no chance anybody was getting them away from me. Plus, I would have beat the hell out of anybody trying to take them from me. You know, those are my kids. You don't take them. I haven't been to Arizona. I was supposed to, where was I supposed to be? I was supposed to be a maid of honor in Arizona at one point, but I had just recently had a heart attack, and my doctor said, no, I couldn't go because the heat would be too much after just having a heart attack. I couldn't be in places that were extremely hot or extremely cold. Oh, but I loved traveling when I was younger. I wish I was still able to do the traveling I used to do. The last time I traveled, I think, was in 2007 and 8, and I went to Ontario. My girlfriend who lives here was back there looking after her mother, and I went back there. and stayed with her for 3 months and helped her with her mom, hooked up with her brother, who was amazing. And, him and I got along really great. And then when I came back, he flew out here, and my girlfriend flew out here as well. They brought his mom out. And so he stayed with me out here for a week and kept saying, "Oh, I could so live here." He said, "I love your apartment. Everything is just, it's gorgeous," because his ex-wife had this thing about every house had to have 2 chairs and a couch. I was like, huh? I guess it was like a decorator thing. I had a couch and a love seat and a coffee table and a TV, kind of thing. But no, I didn't go for that. He said, no, he said, this is so comfortable here. And I mean, I had designed my apartment to be comfortable because I was an apartment manager and I managed up to 10 buildings. So when I went home, I wanted to be comfy, so I had comfortable furniture and real comfortable bed so that when I crawled into bed at night, I just zonked out. But yeah. Anyway, well, we'll get started with these now. It's just afternoon. So I'm sure if hi Aunt Beck. Yeah, here comes everybody now. Now I was going to gesso these last night. That's what I forgot to bring down. And then I decided, nah, I'm not going to gesso them. Maybe I'll just, I'm trying to think of the words escaping my brain right now. Just layering things up on them and see how that goes. But this just doesn't want to stay open. I need you to stay open. What do I have to do to get that to happen? Put you underneath everything. There you go. So hopefully that's not too much. Oh, it's not in the way at all. That's good. But I thought, maybe this morning, I'll go through the gesso process just for, come on, get out of there. Just to get rid of some of the, lighten up the colors kind of thing. Because they all of these ATCs I just made out of junk mail, like stuff that comes from when they're doing elections and, all that kind of stuff. And they stick these damn things in your mailbox all the time. I just threw them all up into a box and I've been collecting them for a long time. And I thought, okay, time to start punching them out into something. So I thought, I'll do ATCs to start with. And, I've got tags I can make and all sorts of stuff. But I just want to kind of... Oh, this is Mod Podge. It's not gesso. What am I thinking? I grabbed the wrong bottle. But that's okay. We'll do those two in Mod Podge. We'll clean the brush off and I'll get the gesso. Because the gesso was right beside this one. And I grabbed the wrong one. Don't see how I could have done that because the bottles are so different, but oh well. We'll get it going. My cats were all sleeping until they heard me start talking, and then they had to come out. Nico came out. Fred's not out, but Nico is. But Nico's good though. He'll come have a look, see what I'm doing. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Sherry. Hello, Colette. How are you? There. So that's all they're made out of. I just, I'm using up all my junk stuff just to get it used up, and get it off. I have a whole container full of it over on my shelves over that away. And I just thought, no, let's just start using things up. Plus, I want to start doing a journal. I've made myself a list here because, whoops, that's it. Throw paint at yourself. Usually it's the cat that gets it, not me. Oh, well, new, absolutely brand new crafting shirt. That's what happens. I'm going to have to keep this down because my hand's going to shake if I hold it. And for those of you that don't know, that is something that has happened to me since the car accident. My hands shake like crazy. And they think it's because I was gripping the steering wheel so hard because I saw the dump truck coming. I'm like, I was stopped and I was like, buddy, are you gonna slow down? And he didn't. He was doing the speed limit, which was 50, and I was at a dead stop because there was a young girl and a puppy going across a crosswalk of the grocery store I was turning into, and he just smacked right into the back of me. And I mean, he has, they have already said that they are at fault, but they have dragged this out for 3 years. It's like, like, why? But my lawyer is saying you don't want to go to trial, like with a jury on this, because juries don't know what they're doing when it comes to awarding things. And I'm like, that's not right. So I have been told that, I have to do what they call a fast track trial. And with that, wrong side, you can only expect no more than $100,000. And I'm like, man, these guys have screwed me up for life. And, you're asking me to settle for nothing. Like, that's not going to pay for everything I need for the next, until I'm too old to need it anymore, I guess. Come on. Nico, don't you get into anything. He's had this fascination with something behind my sewing machine. I don't know what it is, but he keeps going over there. Like there's something he needs, and I don't know what it is. So he just goes and he looks, and then he comes out. And oh, no, buddy, all wet. Okay, that's a good boy. Now, if it was the other guy and I'd said that to him, he'd be like, I don't care. He loves to get dirty. Fred loves paint. I was doing acrylic paintings on canvas and had my palette, and every single time he would run through the palette. And this one day I thought, oh, that's great. He never came through the palette today. That's wonderful. Boy, was I wrong. Because after I had, started putting things away, and I got up and I looked, and there's all these little kitty cat paw prints leading all the way to the kitchen on my hardwood floors. I'm like, oh my God. So I had to go find him. Into the bath he went. But the thing about him is he likes having a bath. He loves it. He just sits there and lets you bath him, and he plays and smacks at the water and stuff like that. So he's an unusual little guy. Mind you, when I was a kid, I had a cat named Nikki. I used to name all my cats Nikki when I was a kid. Don't know why. But then I had a grandson who was named Nicholas. And I called him Nicky the first time, and my daughter just went nuts. Don't you ever call him Nicky again? And I went, why not? That's a nickname for Nicholas. She says, yeah, but you used to call all your cats Nicky when you were a kid. She said, and he's not a cat. And I went, oh, for Christ's sakes. But the only person who ever got away with calling him Nicky was my dad. Hi, Troll Girl Art. How are you doing, Santa? Yeah, so my dad got away with it as he was in his 80s, and he used to call him Nicky all the time, and my daughter was totally fine with that, but not me. And So I ended up just calling him Nick all the time. He's named after his Auntie Nicole. Her name is Nicole, and my daughter wanted to call him, like they had this argument going between Nicholas and Robert, and Robert was his father's name, and my daughter didn't want to name him after his father. She wanted to name him after his sister because they were really good friends, and so she won out in the end on the delivery table, of course. That's where we win the biggest things, I think, is on the delivery table. Because I had originally I had wanted to call my daughter Rhiannon, or I thought about it, and that's the name that her dad wanted. He was stuck on that name. He really wanted that name. And then on the delivery table, I was like, no, she's Shelley. And he's like, what? And I said, she's Shelley. I said, and it was like the cutest girl that was in our school. Her name was Shelley Bug. And I just thought she was the sweetest little thing. And so that's how my daughter got her name. And she was always called Shelley Bug. And she was called Shell. Like her grandmother used to go take her into a department store, and she'd take her to the toy department. This one day she finally caught herself, and she was going, seashell, seashell. And she said, I felt so stupid after. She said, I realized all I was saying was seashells. I was like, oh, no, you weren't. You were telling her to look at it. But she said, I know, but all the people that were around me thought I was nuts. I was like, well, you never know. Things happen. Oh, hi, Zoe. I thought you were already. Hi, Mama Son. Oh, Mama and Son. It's like gang all in here. Hi. Well, that's good. Glad to see everybody has arrived. There, I'm just going to give these a quick dry off. That should get them going a little bit. Have a sip of my tea before it goes cold on me. And I love this. I don't know if I can get it up close enough that you guys can see it and figure out my camera. But it says on there, I feel like I just did this yesterday, and it's got all the dishes. And it just reminds me of growing up with twins and a daughter. They're so cute. You have so many different little things. This is all the stuff that's been left over from doing flock journals and happy mails that I haven't used yet, but I did put it all away so that I put it all into this little container so that I could use it. And like I said with these, this is not, I'm not going to go bonkers or crazy. I mean, I'm just trying to get a few ephemera things stacked in my thing for happy mail and want to do a journal. I got some shimmer mist from Tattered Angels and the bottle. Oh no, call them or take it back where you bought it and have it replaced. Don't let them get away with it. Sana, since Colette is in here alone as a moderator, I'm going to add you as a moderator as well. So if you'll type something for me now, you should be a moderator with a wrench. Or are you doing one of those diamond paintings, Santa? Everybody seems to be talking about them like they're the bee's knees kind of thing. They look pretty when you look at it. But every time I think about it, I think, oh God, how would I do that with 2 cats? Santa, did my adding you as a moderator work? Can you type something for me? And then I can see if you got the wrench now. Ah, you did. Thank you. And Beck, I'm going to put you as one too, if you don't mind. Because I know you know for sure what you're doing. Thank you, Santa. So this one, I think, so what I'm going to do here is just, yeah, I'm going to have to cut it, aren't I? Yeah, no, what did I do with my stick? And I have a gazillion pairs of scissors, and I can never find the pair I'm looking for when I'm looking for them. Oh, well, I'll use these ones then. I don't know where my other ones went. So I just want to cut this off around the edge. If I had gotten it while it was still wet, it would have been a lot easier. I have no idea what I'm going to do with these yet, what I'm putting on them, anything. I just thought, well, we'll get some backgrounds on them first and, you know, see what I got here. And it's on this one. Let go. Let go, my ego. There. This one's kind of got some little dots on it. Hi, Debbie. When I do ATCs and Artis Trading Coins, I wing it for the most part, because I don't plan what's going on them until I actually, you know, get something on the background, and then I'll think, oh, maybe that might look cool, you know. And they don't all have to be. Look, we got a nice little bubble there that we can pop. Yeah. That's a little card. Where's the one? I have to find the one over here from Angela. Was it Angela or no? It was Mona. The one I just got from Mona had the most beautiful. Look at this gorgeous tissue paper. Isn't that beautiful? I fell in love with it as soon as I opened it. And I think I am going to use it on one of these. I don't know if I want to like cut out a bird and put it on, or just let's see. Maybe just do it like that. And at least get the birdie on it and some music. And then this one's going to have to be a cutting. Is anybody making, isn't that a gorgeous tissue paper? Is it a Tim's? Ah, I just fell in love with it as soon as I opened it. I was like, oh, that's pretty. Mona has been very generous lately to me. She has sent me 3 Happy Meal packages. She sent me napkins and all sorts of different things. And this tissue paper, I mean, when I saw the tissue paper, I just fell in love with it. Now, did my cat run off with Elmo again? No, I put it up last night. The cat has a Fred. I think everybody knows Fred by now. Fred has a habit of getting up here at night when he wants my attention and I'm not giving it to him. And he jumps up onto this table and throws things off of it. And he even does it in the kitchen too. He opens all the kitchen cupboards. One night, he loves Raisin Bran. Strange cat. Anything bran, he loves it. And I guess one night he was feeling like he needed a bowl of cereal or something. But he got up, and I still, I'm guessing at how he opened it. But he got up and opened the cupboard above the stove and pulled the Raisin Bran out, and it fell to the floor. Nico and I were both sitting in the front room. I thought, what the heck was that? And Nico was looking like he didn't know what it was, and he was looking at me, and I was like, well, I'll go check. And I went in the kitchen. I didn't see anything. And because the lights were all off and everything. So I went the opposite way around from the dining room into the hallway. And Fred was trying to sneak out of the kitchen, and I went, what did you do? And so he ran back through the kitchen, and I turned the light on, and there was the Raisin Bran laying in the middle of the floor. It's like, you little fart. But he's cute and he's funny. Let's see what all is in this from Mona. Might be more in here that I can use today. This little guy I think is so cute, but he wouldn't fit on there. Some of the bunnies might, though. They might be cute. She sent me all these beautiful vintage pictures. This one that she sent me, actually, he almost looks like my father. Very, very close to what my father looked like. And it was weird. And there's another one in here as well that is, where is she? This one. She looks like my great grandmother on my mom's side. So it's just really strange, but he doesn't look anything like my grandpa. So it can't be them. It's just like, that is just too weird, to have it come in a Happy Meal, and it's like, oh my God, they could be family members, like how did they get into these pictures? But you never know. I mean, people post pictures all the time on their Facebook, and who knows what happens, how somebody could get into them. Shall we do an Easter Bunny one? She's yeah, that tissue paper is beautiful, that one by Tim. You made altered paper clips? New Technique by Al John? I don't think I've heard of him. Do we have somebody in here? I'm just gonna see. If I haven't said hello to you, hello. If I've missed anybody coming in. Okay, let's do a little Easter bunny. After all, it is getting close to Easter, isn't it? you. I have to get my, didn't I leave it up here or did Fred take off with it? I'll just go grab a new one. I'm just going to grab a Q-tip so that I can do this napkin faster. Whoops. This is my way just to get a Q-tip and get it wet. Go around the edges that you don't, where you don't want it. And it just comes off nice and neat. And if you're, using like a whole napkin, but there's only a piece of it that you want that's in that napkin, then you use this tip, and you don't run the risk of ruining, like a dry napkin can tear wherever it feels like it. But if you do it this way, it's not going to. It's just going to tear off where you've gotten it wet. So it's a really good tip. Okay, now you get down, put a couple holes in you, and then I'll start with these ones, I think. Didn't get in there far enough. Now I know I don't have to Mod Podge these, but and this one I'm just using the glue and water Mod Podge, but I want to just because they are napkin, just so they don't decide they're going to pull up later or something. Get off me. Now we need to figure out what kind of little things are we going to put on these. We'll do these 4 for now. Put those ones up there. And what's the link for, Aunt Beck? Oh, Amy Aljon is just the name of her channel. Oh, okay. Okay. I have a few things in here. Oh, these are just googly eyes. I don't want just googly eyes. Here I have little flowers and leaves and ribbons, stars. Where's my other? And I have to get underneath this table. I spent yesterday cleaning my table off, although you'd never know it by looking at it right now because I've junked it all up again. But I need to get under my table and clean it off because it's an absolute mess under there. None of that kind of works out of that one. I do, however, want some lace, and I'd like, this is like my favorite, one of my favorites. I have so many. I was a lace junkie for a while I was teaching. Everybody liked fancy. That's kind of what they expected, that anything I did was going to be fancy. Now let's see how I can do this. Could do you from that corner. And now I need, okay, where did those go? Right there. Now you sit and dry and stick. Now, let me see. did I put my tape? It's a tape. Yeah, it just figures that now when I'm trying to get into doing something small, my hands have decided that they don't wanna. They're gonna, whether they like it or not. I just want one out of here for the time being. Sorry if I'm off screen there a bit, guys. I'm trying to get a cupcake. You're so wet. So this is another napkin. So I'm just going to go around the piece that I want with the wet Q-tip. Oh no, and here comes Fred. Here comes trouble. Hi, Fred. You stay over there, okay? He's like, heck no, I want to be on this. I want to be on the video. I'm going to move everything, Fred. Mom's made a big mess in your spot today, hasn't she? Yeah, you don't like that, do you? Oh, you're just going to lay in it. Okay. Suit yourself. Okay. I mucked up on that one, but it'll go. It will go on. Just down a bit. Down there. There, so I'll put a little. That'll bring him. Right now, he's sitting in the container with all the stuff in it right now. He's quite happy. He's just. Now I'm wanting to. Where did those go? I have a couple things of. Couple things of lace that I haven't even opened yet. I think I bought these in Vancouver. Can't remember. And I was over. Who knows? I've had laces for so long, and some of them still aren't opened. But at the time, they were something I thought, oh, I'm going to use that on this, that, and the other thing. And you know what? I just didn't. Now let's see if this will go. Because I can fold it in half, I'm hoping I can take it right around like this. I know the back's not glued at all, but the front is. So let's see how we can do this. Try that. I'm so sorry for my shaky hands. I wish I could make them stop. The only thing I can do is, and I think it could be one of the reasons why Fred was trying to get to me right now, is because he is a therapy cat. And when this starts to happen to me, he holds my hand or holds my arm, and it seems to settle it down. But he can't get to me right now. So he's right there. So I know he's there. So just try concentrating on him a bit. And while I do this, maybe that will help me. Okay, come on, come on. Get down. Stick down. What are you doing at the hospital, Colette? saying that you're volunteering. Oh, you work in the secondhand bookstore. Cool. I don't know how this is going to look when I'm finished with it, but we'll see. It's all just, it's playtime, it's experimental time. I never say I'm perfect at everything. As far as my thing I always say is that I'm perfectly imperfect, have been forever. So don't ever expect me to be perfect at something. Maybe it'll just give it a little bit of a fancy edge to this. I haven't really done Artis Trading Coins before, to tell you the truth. I've never really made them, but I thought it was about time. And I never do anything, I don't think, in the normal way. I always push the button and do something different, you know, so if this isn't what they usually want, no, it's okay. It's okay. One way or the other, it'll come out. I keep looking at that bird one, and it's like, I don't know. I don't really want to do anything else to him. I might just put a border of like rose gold paint or silver paint or something. Not paint, but the wax around him, because he's just so pretty the way he is. Okay, time to unstick the fingers, because everything is sticking to me. And I keep a little container beside me when I'm doing anything with glue that has vinegar and water on a face cloth. I have another baby Elmo cloth. It's just a pink one though. And so I leave that in the vinegar and water. And when I need to get glue off of me, I just wipe my fingers with it and the glue is gone. Now this finger needs it. And then I have towels on each side of my chair so that I can dry my hand. That is tacky glue. Well, yeah, it's kind of a tacky glue that I am using, but it's just been watered. And I just, you know, I'm not sure if I want parts of it sticking up or if I just want it to go flat down. What did you, tacky glue would probably work better on the lace. Yeah. Well, that is what that is like tacky glue. But because it's double-sided lace, like I can fold it, I thought, well, I'll just fold it and see what it'll do. Like I said, I'm experimenting. So I don't expect anything to turn out absolutely perfect or gorgeous or anything. And if it does, well, hey, I learned something. Sometimes I just do things I don't know how to do and just play with them until I figure something out. And there, that helps a lot. Just decoupage on top of it. Yeah. Yes, Fred, I see you. Yes, I know you, Mom. I know you know Mommy's hands are shaking, but we'll get through, okay? We'll get through. I will let you have my hand in a minute, okay? He's not going to leave me alone until he knows for sure, so. Yeah, I just kind of wanted this all to be just sort of Mod Podge down and, you know, see what I can do, create, you know, and I know, you know, a lot of people are showing you things that they're experienced at. Well, this is something I'm not experienced at. ATCs I can do, but ATC coins, this is the first one I've ever made. But, you know, like I said, I have it on my list, ATCs and ATC coins. So I thought, well, let's start with the coins. And last night I sat and punched them all out. And the cats were sleeping, so they didn't bother me at all. Oh, come on. Gluey fingers again. Okay. And then we'll take this side and put this side down. There. I'm just going to leave that just like that. I'm not going to fuss with it anymore. Just going to let it dry and see what happens. There. I lied. I fussed. That part might end up being cut off anyway. But now what can we do? Let's see, with the bird or the bunny. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to, the bird's not dry yet, neither's the bunny. And I like the bird just like he is. He looks really cute. And I think when he dries, I think what I might do is just take the either silver paint or either this. I think the silver paint might work better, or gold paint. I'm not sure. Maybe even a blue, and just roll the edges through it. Hi, Joe. Oh, you've not heard of the Artis Trading Coins? Artis Trading Coins are a 2.5-inch circle. And then you just, basically you decorate them the same way you do with an ATC. But the Artis Trading Coins seem to be becoming very popular right now. And a lot of people have been trading them. Excuse me. Sorry. I hope I'm not going to have a 24-hour day of that again, because I can't handle it anymore. It just gets to me. So I just thought I would, you know, give them a try. I mean, I know there's other things I can add on here, but I want it to just dry. This little guy is pretty dry. Now, what can we put on there? What about my other flowers? Let's see what I got in here. Whoops. I could put a little pink flower and a butterfly. I happen to have a green butterfly. Let's see what other kind of, do I have any other butterflies in here? No. Do I have a bit of flower? Yeah. Let's see how this flower works. Whoops. Stop that. Which flower do you like better, this one or this one? Let's see if I can hold it up to you. You like that flower? Oops. I'm learning the webcam. This is the bigger one, the bigger flower. And then I have a better shaped one of the smaller one. That's the smaller one there. When I watch myself on the TV, I always go the opposite way. The smaller one looks better. Okay. I wish I had a different one. You even have a yellow. I have a yellow little one, but no, it doesn't go well with the pink. The white does. Okay. I was hoping I had a different colored flitter vibe, but I don't. So we'll use this one. Just fluffing this out a little bit. Whoop, get back here. And I think that I learned that with these flowers the other day, my glue gun was my best option. Now I turned, this is not one that comes off, but a light comes on, and I just assumed that because I have it in the off position that it was off. And I went to move it this morning and it was still hot even though it had been turned off. I was like, okay, so what does it do? Just keep it lukewarm for you or something? You know, I wasn't really sure what was going on there. And I thought, well, I better be careful doing that then with these guys around, because I don't want any burnt kitty noses and trips to the vet going on. Okay, what did I do? There it is. So I'll just wait. This can go on. Whoops. Maybe I'll take my twist his wings a bit around. Damn, this stuff used to take me no time at all to do, and now with these stupid shaky hands, it's like, I just... Almost there. Almost there. So, Mom and Son, are you going to try the coins now that you've heard them and seen some? You seem too finicky. Well, don't forget, I've never done them before either, but I'm sure that there are other channels where people do the Artis Trading Coins quicker. So I'm just giving them a go. I mean, I find the ATCs sometimes can be tricky. So I try to limit myself with ATCs to putting 3, maybe 4 things on them. And then they're quicker. And I usually use a paper background of some kind on the ATC. And then it works a lot better. Okay, are you coming out now? Yes, okay. So we'll do you on the butterfly first. There. So you're going to go right there. Yeah, and with these ATC coins as well, I started like right from the very beginning with the stream of doing the gesso and everything, so that if I wasn't the only one who had never done them, you know, that others could see the process involved. Mind you, the gessoing and stuff like that, I don't know that that's all necessary, but I mean, it wouldn't be if I was putting paper on them, but because these are all made out of junk mail, like, well, you know how you get, do I have anything in here? You know how you get packaging on things? And you know how when it's voting time and they're always putting things through or they're pizza things that come through and they're on the hard cardboard, just like the packaging is. I just keep them in a box. And then when I feel like sitting and, you know, cutting, like last night, I thought, oh, I'll cut out circles. And sometimes I sit and I'll cut out ATC size and then, you know, back them onto something a little sturdier. These, what I did is I punched them out and I put either, depending on the thickness, either 2 together or 3 together. And listen, pussycats, you making a big mess. There, I will do that, and then you won't have to worry anymore, okay? Is that okay? Yeah. The other thing that you can do with them is you can stamp them. I didn't think to bring, I did grab a few little stamps. I think I've got, what did I grab? I grabbed Alice in Wonderland. And then I grabbed just these ones. They're all different sorts of circles and flowers and vines and things. And I just thought maybe I would stamp a few little things on, just as an, just as a little accent kind of thing. Okay, where's my board? Well, I know that I have a whole bunch of maybe they're down here. Sorry if my arm's in your way. I apologize. No, they're not there. I guess I run over to my shelves. I just need to grab a block to put this on. I'm back. I have tons of little blocks for putting my stamps on and stuff like that. I don't have a huge one, but I have a medium-sized one. Is I think my largest. Come on, what's going on with you? It's because it's live. Okay. So this is just a. You're not picking up any. Why? Did I have you upside down? No. Let's do this then. I guess I'm going to have to turn my StazOn upside down till the ink flows into it. Let's go with something different. Let's do some little purple ones. Just a couple. Yeah. Just gives it a little added extra kind of thing. Right. Wipe that off. The vinegar and the butter works good. Now there's the thing I was looking for and couldn't find. And put this back on here. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way with the bunny, you know. I don't know what I want to do with the bunny. I don't want it to, because he's cute. Let's see, how dry are you? Oh, they're dry. They're drying. So let me see, where did I put my paint? So I put them right behind me. And, find my silver one. It should be right here. There it is. Okay. I've got this aqua color. I wonder if that would look good with a bird. What do you guys think? Octagons? I'm going to do 2.5 octagons. Yeah, they have to be 2.5 inches wide so that they fit in the sleeves. That's true. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see how the octagons turn out. I mean, that's like a stop sign, right? So that'd be cute. I mean, you could do diamond shapes. I'm sure you could do anything. Just takes one person to start it, I guess. The bunny is cute like that. Put a bling on the right side, like right down here, down in this area. If I look at the TV, I can't figure out which finger is going where. Put a bling on the right side. Now, this is my right side. So is that where you're talking about? Okay. So put some bling on the bunny. Okay, let me see. Where is my bling thing? Bling. This is my major bling container. Now, let's see. Maybe something in... Oh, darn it. Okay. I must seem like I'm very disorganized today, and right now I feel like a little ladybug. How does the ladybug look? Am I out of focus? Like here? Okay, gone? Okay, good. Okay, maybe it was because I went under the table. I don't know. I have a little ladybug here I could put, you know, she's, but then bling. Let's see what other bling I've got. I've got pink and purple and pink. I've got all sorts of bling. Too much green down there. That's something like that. That's kind of Easter egg shaped, sort of Easter egg shaped. It would be, I guess, if I put them that away, they'd be like Easter egg shape. And then I've got these bling that are sitting here. I've got a little ladybug there sitting. I have some purple. Doesn't quite match that though. I have this kind of bling, which I could put in a couple places, I guess. I have these little flower blings, and then I have these little flower blings. They're kind of all black and white. I don't know how well that goes with Easter. What you think? The purple pearl might be good, like over here. Which one are you looking at, Paulette? This one here, the flat back pearl, that light pearl. Okay. It's hard when you got so many to choose from. That's why I like going live now, because I can get opinions now. And I couldn't before. I was all by myself. That really sucked. Okay, special tweezer. And let's go. Oh, I got my hot glue on, so could have used that, I guess. Yeah, I can put that like right there. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Good idea, Colette. Bling or a bow on the bunny. Do I have any? I did have some. Where did I see them? Oh, it's just looking at bows. Is it in here? Yeah, I have a little silver bow in this one. Stop it, hands. It's tiny though, but it would take up the whole bunny, so that wouldn't work. But it could go up there, I guess. Does that look good to you? If it was up in between those two. What do you think, Joe? You're the one that called for a bow, so yeah, you like it like that, Colette? How about you, Joe? Do you like that? Yeah, that's cute. Okay, then we shall do that too. And put you down right about there. There. And then I think once I go around it, see, now I would go around this with probably the silver paint. I don't know. Maybe no paint. I don't know. But this one, I'm thinking, what do I have here? Nothing. I'm just going to go grab a plastic container here. I am going to put some of this paint in here. I've been shaking it up, so it should be fairly glittered by now. Oh, I still got glue sticks. There. What do you think of that? Am I out of focus again? Let's try to get them back. There. Oh, and I have a glue stick hanging off my thumb. And a little string from the bird's mouth. Yeah, that would be cute too, wouldn't it? Okay, so I'm going to sit that there to dry that paint. And that's good. And you can close up. Put over there. You. And And a little string. Oh, where did I have string? I know I had it. Oh, here. Crap. I can't hold the edges or anything here. Shoot. I'll have to fix that once it's dry. Oh crap, you're gonna fall no matter what I do, aren't you? Okay. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, you need more. There. Okay, now let's try to get you someplace where you can just sit, like over there. And nobody will bother you. Now, we have a massive blue paint everywhere here now. Let's move these guys out of the way. I mean, it was a good idea. It looks cool, but it's just falling, falling, falling. And I'm just looking at the time here. I've been on for an hour and 22 minutes already. It doesn't even feel like it, but I guess when you're doing something new and you're trying to think, what can I do? What can I do? It takes you more time. And once you get it down to where, okay, I can just slap this, this, and this here. And so anyway, I'm going to try to move this again, Joe, for you. Or no, for Mom and Son. See if I can get that in focus for you. This little mama bird here, she wanted, oh, come on, focus. Focus, there we go. She wanted a fancy little string. Come on, focus, focus, focus. No, not gonna work. Try it. Black usually works. I don't know. I've seen others do this, and it's usually black. If you put something black up there, it focuses better. But now I'm going the wrong way. Anyway, she has a little piece of stamen with the pearly part at the end of it, because she wants her nest to be fancy. So that's what I put on there for her string in her mouth, because I know birds like to collect shiny things too. So I give her some shiny. So that's 3 of them done. Where was that? No, that's 4 of them done now. I don't think I really like this one that much, but I might be able to fix it. I think the ribbon on it was a bad idea. Let's see if we can sparkle up the icing and make it look a little better. You could possibly sparkle the edges of the lace too. I don't think there's ever a real failure in crafting. I don't believe in that. Just happy accidents, and you figure things out by the accidents that you make and the mistakes that you make. Then you know for next time, don't do that because it didn't work great last time. And you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. So I don't think this piece needs to be there, and neither does that piece. So that really doesn't need to be there. I think this little bit of added sparkle helped it. Still not my favorite. This one's nice and simple. I like that one because it's nice and simple. Same as the bunny. And I like the bird. And let's pull her back over here. Let's see if we can get her in the shot here with everything else. So I think, yeah, I'm kind of happy with them. Like I said, you're on the opposite side of me. Okay. This one, let's see if I can hold it up to you, if you can see, if that makes any difference to how you're seeing it. I'm not sure if it's all the lights I have going here or what that's causing. But if you can see the sparkle in that one now, that it's up close, you know. Yeah, you can't go wrong with cupcakes, no kidding, yeah. But maybe paint the edges like you did with the bird coin on the lace one, or on the cupcake one, you mean? Yeah, the cupcake one looks nicer up close than it does from a distance. Okay, you're probably covered in blue paint now, aren't you? That means bath time. Hey, Fred. You like that, though. Joe, which one are you talking about painting the edges like I did with the bird coin? This one or the bunny? Or the cupcake? The cupcake's got lace around like both sides. Yeah, the cupcake. You think that would make a difference? What the heck? You can give it a shot. Keep my hand out of the glitter and we'll be okay. After all, this is just an experiment, so that's what you do with experiments. You try things. Oh, yeah, it looks kind of cute like that with the blue on it. It definitely does bring out that bit of glue in the cupcake liner. Missed a piece right there. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Let's see if I can't hold it. Yes, that does make a big difference, doesn't it? Yeah. Now I need to find some place that's going to be safe from the cat. Okay, I'll put it on the, if I can get things out of my way, I'll just sort of lay it on top of the 2.5 punch so that it can dry there. And yeah, that's kind of cute for that one. I kind of like that. Made a difference. Cool. Did I get paint on me too? Nope. Now let's put that there. And I'm gonna closing every lid I can think of right at the moment so that I have things to sit things on, and I can try sitting this on there too. Get. Now, this baby has silver. Let's see. If I can keep my fingers out of the paint, we'd be doing well. Missed that spot there. And there. Missed another spot. Get you. There. There's the bunny with the silver. Oh, okay. I put silver around the bunny. And you're still not there. That's better. There, so I put the silver paint around the bunny. And then I'll drop her onto that lid. And then I think, I think I'm going to mix this time. Oh, don't drop everything. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay, there's that. Clean brush, take this. Big mistake. That was a big mistake. Should have just got some to start with. Because that's going to be a pretty color. If we can just get them both in there together. There. And I'll just mix it with something. Yeah. These will wash. Okay. Keep the butterfly wings up. Ooh, that kind of added a little interest to this one, huh? Come on, focus, focus, focus. So I have Ian helped me download the software last night for the autofocus and all that kind of stuff, and for Zoom and stuff, but I have not had a chance to have a look at the settings for it. But this is one of the only tablets that people on the Art Bar had, or webcams, I should say, that people on, they had said, well, I didn't have to upload software for mine. And it just does everything. And it's like, well, apparently with this one, you have to upload the software. And you can plug in and play just like I've been doing. And that's all I've been doing. But I hadn't figured out the how to bring it closer or lift it up. Let's see if I can try what Ian and I were thinking. There's either page up, page down. No, that's not it. So it's minus or plus. Nope, that doesn't work either. I don't know. So I have to go into it today and try to figure out which are the ones that do it, or if I can have it up on a part of my screen somehow. I don't know how, but you know, there should be, it should be like in the bottom of the bar, I think, so that you can tell that you are going to have to, you know, that you're going to the right place. Because I mean, I've seen when Stacy does it, and when Lizzie does it, they click their mouse to get to go, you know, in closer or whatever. So, you know, I just don't know. I can close this down for just a second and launch this. Okay, and it says, okay. So I tried to open it. It says an instance of this is already running. Well, where is it running? I don't know. No. So anyhow, my cats have left me alone for this long. I don't know what's up with them today. I mean, they came in for a little bit. So unfortunately, oh no, where'd the birds go? There's that one. Oh, what the? Oh, yeah. No. Yes, I know birds like bird baths, but that is not what that's for. Stay out of there. Tried to jump into the water. Thank God he didn't make it. He was caught by the brushes. So there's my first 4 ATC coins that I have ever made. I hope you like them. Oh, you can't see these guys, can you? Because the other things are higher. Okay, Lynn, think. Backwards. Go backwards, Lynn. Backwards. Okay. Turn this guy that way. That's better. You know, you can see it's a cupcake. And maybe I'll take some, like a red glitter that I have, stickles, and glitter up the cherry in a spot there and let it show off a little bit. I like these 2 the best. I think there's, and you lost some blue paint, didn't you? Oh, well, I'll just give you a touch of this other new stuff so that you're not completely naked. There. Well, thank you for spending an hour and a half with me. I appreciate it. I know that there are so many people going live today. I know the art bar is going live, but I'm not sure what time. And I don't want to interrupt other people's live streams if I can possibly help it. My only way of checking right now is when I go to my, anybody that I'm subscribed to, and I'm subscribed to a lot of you, I can see when you go live, and it can tell me when you're just uploading. So when I see that you've gone live, I won't do a stream because I don't like to, you know, interfere with somebody else's stream. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye for this afternoon, and try to keep these out of Fred's way because look who's creeping in here. It's paint, Mom. I can have a bath. Come on. So I don't want to have to bath the cat. Thank you, Aunt Beck, for agreeing to moderate today. I really appreciate that. And Colette. And who else did we have moderating? I think you were by yourself for a while there, weren't you, Colette? And Santa, thank you as well for moderating for me for a while there. So I'm going to say goodbye to everyone for now. And don't forget that creative clutter is way better than idle neatness. and don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Have a great day or afternoon or evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you again on my next live stream. Bye, Colette. Bye, everyone.